Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Dico Zimmer here. I'm really glad again to be here with you to talk and exchange some ideas and concepts. If you are planning to move to Spain or buy a property here, I'm here at my office finishing my working day. It's actually a holiday here today and I'm working a little bit. We have our studio here for my podcast. If you haven't seen any of our videos in my podcast called Muy Chulo, I'm going to leave the link here for you to have a look. That interview, I was interviewing the sales manager of Versace Villas. It's a branded company that are really investing heavily. Actually, there are many developments, luxury developments like Lamborghini, Bentley, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana. Here in Marbella, it's like a hub for these luxurious homes. And this is a negative in a way, if you see, because the properties are becoming more and more expensive. And that's why I want to talk to you a little bit about my experience. What I would do different if I would come again. Because I really see that the immigration is finishing. Unfortunately, of course, it's not going to finish. It's not going to finish. It's going to lower, and it's lowering the last years. We can see at the news, and like I'm a Brazilian. When I started my channel here, speaking to Brazilians, it was like 6 years ago. I'm going to leave the link here for you if you want to check the videos we created for Brazilians speaking Portuguese, and there were many channels speaking for immigrants trying to move to Spain or whatever, and now no one of these channels are still alive. You know, they stopped posting because it's quite hard and you spend time, money, and the immigration really stopped. And like speaking from a Brazilian perspective, I see now in Portugal, for example, they close the doors for Brazilians. They are sending the immigrants back to Brazil. Even the immigrants that cannot move back to Brazil, they don't have money anymore. And here in Spain is now, I think Spain is probably the country that is more open for immigration. And that's something quite unique and curious. So that's why I'm creating this video with you today to share, and you can leave your message here, leave your comments. If you have some questions also, I'm doing some consultancy if you are planning to move. So if you're planning to relocate from United States, from UK, if you need to get this guidance and this important information, I think it's the most valuable thing you can do. That's the most important suggestion I can give you. I'm doing some consultancy at the moment for Brazilians, for example, planning to move to Spain to work as agents, and this is something really important if you are planning to work in real estate as well. And also some agents are finding me on YouTube and paying me for consultancy to learn quick how to work as a real estate agent here in Spain. And it's a different market. Every country is a different situation. And I'm just going to highlight 5 things that you can do if you want to move that can really help you a lot for your move to be smoother, you know. So the first thing is English, you know. Learn a better English, especially because now the rich people are moving to Spain, and then it's going to be another advantage for people that are prepared to work with rich people. But I'm going to talk about it later. But let me start talking about networking first. In my opinion, networking is the main way to get clients and to start working. When we moved here 6 years ago, 2 weeks after we moved, started the pandemic. We lost all the year. We spent a lot of money. Our savings was tough, really tough for us. We didn't work. We spent a lot of money in renting, and we couldn't even rent something long term. It was really hard for us to find someone that would trust us to rent a place. And that's the biggest challenge at the moment, and all over the world, not just here. Especially if we talk about the cost of a new home, an apartment. In Spain is getting more and more expensive. You can see at the news For us was really hard. We are buying our apartment just now after 6 years living here. Just you can realize how difficult it is when you start a new life in a different country, have to start from scratch, you don't know many people, and networking comes in on this place because you can start doing some consultancy with a person that you trust. Doesn't have to be with me, but I really suggest you that because this is something that can put you in touch with other people. I like to talk about it to my agents, so I have 5 agents working with me and my company at the moment from different countries. We talk a lot about it. I'm paying, like, just for you have an idea, I'm paying 40 euros per month to participate in a networking group, and I already met many friends there, and I interview some of my friends, new friends, in my podcast. Just to give you an example, I interview a golf teacher. It was like 2 months ago, more or less, and 2 weeks ago she was at the golf course with a client that wanted to sell her house for 4 million euros. No, sorry, it was 12 million euros actually, sorry. And she called me. I'm here with my client. I'm training golf, teaching her to play golf, and she wants to sell her house, 12 million euros. And this house was already listed with another company with exclusivity. That's why I couldn't list this property at the moment, but just for you to have an idea how networking works. And this networking group, I'm paying 40 euros now. We're gonna have a meeting this Friday to have some drinks and talk. It's about 200 entrepreneurs, and they are there to share information, to help each other. So it's so many people you are connected to, and the leader is Elena, is a Spanish woman. She's very successful. I also interviewed her at my podcast. You can check there. We are talking about marketing, and you see the possibilities that you have when you meet people. And normally, when you meet personally someone, it's totally different than meeting someone from the internet. But another example I can give you, that when I started here working, I started as a personal trainer because I've been working 16 years in real estate, but I knew that starting real estate in a different country with the language barrier, with no knowledge at the market, it's almost impossible. So I have to start somewhere else. And I decided personal trainer. I published in my Facebook account that we have a family. We just moved to Spain. We want to meet different people. It was in a Brazilian group, and then the next weekend we get together with some friends that I met. She's Brazilian and he's from UK. So I started working as a personal trainer with this guy the next week. And we are still friends for many years, very good friends. They have a baby also the same age of my daughter. So because I published, I could connect with this family. I got a client because I asked for it. I published something. I did some networking. And if you know someone, let's just give you an example. If you do a consultancy with me, I can put you in touch with people that are really influential here in Marbella. So my case in Marbella, but it can be in Barcelona, for example. I lived in Barcelona for 1 year in 2006. It was a totally different situation and time. And it was abundant work. Everyone could work. You didn't need to have the papers. You know, they say papers. You don't need to have the visa. Everything was flowing, working properly. It was like no problem to work and make money in 2006, but now it's totally different. Like in Barcelona now, many people are complaining about violence and the drugs, and you know, like this kind of things. Not too much work anymore, and you need to have your paper, you need to have your visa, and that's something that you need to think about and plan before you come, to have someone that can guide you through the process. So when you come here, you are ready. And then comes the second thing I want to talk about, is the right time to move. It's really important because Nowadays it's so expensive, everything. Like I was mentioning that Brazilians are coming back from Portugal to Brazil, and I don't see the people, my friends, for example, from my childhood, they're not traveling anymore to Europe because it's so expensive. The currency exchange is 6.5 to 1, and before it was like 2.5. You see, everything's more expensive, the cost of life, and then it's going to become even more expensive. In places like Costa del Sol, that you see this luxury life, the properties are more expensive, the rents are really expensive now. It's tough to find something. You need to plan when you are going to come. When is the right time to come? Here, for example, I would suggest you to come in January, February maximum, because if you come like in March, for example, all the people that have properties for sale or for rent or available in general, they will start thinking, okay, I'm gonna now start to rent my property short term and make some money during the summer, before summer. So the availability of properties to rent or buy, they are less. And that's why it's really important you plan it before. If you have a guidance of a company, of a lawyer, of someone like myself, for example, you are taking good steps to not spend too much money, because you are gonna be informed about everything you need to know. So that's one very important thing, plan when you are coming. And another interesting thing to mention is like the visa. Which kind of visa are you looking for when you move here? We sold the property for a gay couple not long ago. It was like, I think, well, actually 1 year ago. The time flies. And we sold this property for this gay couple that they moved from New Zealand. And one of the guys is from Philippines, the other one is from UK, but UK people, they cannot live here legally now. They need to have a visa. And they got a visa because it's like an entrepreneur visa. There are plenty of different kinds of visa you can have, like non-profit visa, digital nomad, whatever, you can name it. But this guy got an entrepreneur visa because he has some skills to do some fashion design. He's a fashion designer. I actually interviewed him also in my Muy Chulo podcast channel. So if you want to know more about it, you can just check the video there. But it's interesting that you have different options to get your visa, and they have done the visa before they moved here. It was something very strategic. They were really smart when they decided to move, and they plan everything in advance. So it really changed a lot the perspective that you can have if you are planning to move. And the other thing is that you have to think what's the next big advantage, or let's say what's the next tendency in the industry that you can make money from. And I will suggest you that pay attention to the wellness industry. I like to mention it when I do the luxury villa tours in my YouTube channel. We have a Zimmer States YouTube channel for my agency. You can check the videos there. I like to talk about the wellness area. Like everyone now is trying to get better in their health, because especially when they move here, normally if they buy a property, they are rich, they have money, and the richer they are investing more on their health. Like I have many clients now coming from UK, from United States. The rich people, they want some indoor swimming pool. They need to have their own spa, because they are really worrying about the last 10 or 20 years of their life to live a best life possible. And it means to have a gym, to have a sauna, to have a massage therapist, whatever. But I think this is something that you can think about to get inside of this industry and take your piece of money, when you move here. So that's something I would suggest you to be prepared. Apart from being a waiter, it's something that you can make good money. But these kind of things, as a personal trainer as well, is seasonal. So also, like personal trainer or this kind of work, you have to pay attention that it's very national oriented. Like the Russians like to train with Russian personal trainer, and the Polish people like to train with a Polish personal trainer. So this kind of suggestion or important and essential information you're gonna get when you have a consultancy with someone before you move. So summarizing everything that I have talked about, including the work visa, of course, you can have a guidance of someone like me that I'm still doing it. I'm doing consultancy for real estate agents that want to move to Spain, that are already living here in Spain. And also I'm giving consultancy for people that want to relocate and start their new life here. If they have kids, have to plan where are the schools located. So they have all this information. And of course, we have collaboration with different law firms. And from this law firm, we have all the guidance, the legal advice necessary for you to open your business, buy your property. So you can move smoother, so it doesn't stress too much and you don't spend too much money that is not necessary. Well, I want to say thank you very much for connecting with us. If you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, leave your like, leave your comments. That's the most important thing. I like to know where are you watching the video from. If you're planning to come here, I'm very open to meet someone, like to talk, have a beer, make new friends. YouTube for me is a channel where I can connect to people and inspire people. Like I was inspired before to move here. I planned before I come, and I was following some YouTubers also to get the right information. And at the same time here enjoying my life and practicing my English. That's something I want to say thank you very much. If you're watching the video, you are helping me to improve my English. And it's funny that in my luxury villa tours in Zimmer States, I normally have some fun and I interact with my audience because they really teach me how to speak better. They leave the comments and I'm improving a lot. So thank you very much. See you in the next video.